Formula One's newest technical war is already exploding behind the scenes. Ferrari and Red Bull are now fighting over one of the most aggressive aerodynamic ideas of the season, a revolutionary folding rear wing system that could completely change straight-line speed, energy management, and braking stability. After early testing at Silverstone, Red Bull finally introduced its new folding wing concept in Miami. But Ferrari arrived with its own evolved version of the so-called MACARENA wing, continuing development from the experimental design first seen during pre-season testing in Bahrain. Both teams are chasing the same goal: reduce drag and save energy on the straights. But the way they are doing it could not be more different. The FIA's new rules opened the door for this battle. Unlike previous seasons, engineers now have much more freedom during the wing's transition movement. That freedom triggered a technical arms race where teams are trying to create systems capable of minimizing drag without sacrificing stability during braking zones. And that is where the real conflict begins. This is where things change. Ferrari and Red Bull chose completely opposite engineering philosophies. Ferrari focused heavily on aerodynamic cleanliness, hiding much of the rotation system inside the wing structure itself. Red Bull took a more direct approach with a central actuator solution that is easier to control mechanically but creates more aerodynamic disturbance. That's the real issue. At first glance, Ferrari's concept looks cleaner and more elegant. By removing the large central actuator seen on the RB22, Ferrari reduced airflow interference around the rear wing. The team even redesigned parts of the external wing area to improve how the rotation system behaves under load. But there is a price for that complexity. This changes everything. And this is where the situation becomes serious. Red Bull's system may actually work better when drivers need confidence the most during braking. Because the RB22's wing rotates through a shorter movement, the closing process happens faster. That means aerodynamic load returns more quickly when approaching corners. In Formula One, even fractions of a second in rear stability can completely change driver confidence entering a braking zone. Ferrari, meanwhile, appears to lose time during the wing's closing phase. In Miami, Ferrari drivers were reportedly closing the wing manually slightly before braking points just to regain stability earlier. That detail immediately raised questions inside the paddock, because it suggests the system may still have limitations under real racing conditions. And it may not stop here. Red Bull also accepted certain aerodynamic compromises to achieve this faster response. During rotation, the RB22's wing briefly creates a shape that behaves almost like a parachute, increasing drag for a short moment. Ferrari's design flows through the air more smoothly during transition, but its slower recovery under braking may become a weakness drivers can feel directly inside the cockpit. Now the battle goes far beyond simple speed on the straights. This is becoming a fight over driver confidence, braking security, and aerodynamic philosophy itself. Ferrari may have built the cleaner solution. Red Bull may have built the more aggressive one. But as development continues through the season, one of these concepts could suddenly become the new reference for the entire grid, while the other risks becoming an expensive mistake. What's your take on this situation? Share your opinion below and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Formula One updates.